What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Critical Overlord here. We're going to be talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer in this video here today, the upcoming Legacy sequel that's dropping later this week, going over the reactions, a couple of the reactions that have come out from the premiere that occurred tonight in Los Angeles. I'll be seeing the movie later today, and then I'll have my review up tomorrow, Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. But starting off here with the reaction that got some people a bit excited, I'll say. This is from Scott Menzel. He said, I Know What You Did Last Summer is the perfect Legacy sequel and everything the new Scream movies should have been but weren't. Jennifer Kaytin Robinson clearly loves this franchise and handles it with such love and care. She takes some pretty big swings with the script and has an ending that I absolutely love, but is sure to be divisive. As for the film itself, it builds upon the lore of the original with some key updates to the story that were needed for modern audiences. Chase Wonders continues to showcase her range as an actress, playing Ava, aka this generation's Julie James, while Madeline Klein is the new Helen Shivers. Sarah Pigeon Stevie was the standout of the new cast, which gets me very excited, and enjoy what she brought to the table with her performance. Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. reprise their roles and do their characters justice as they continue to be haunted by the trauma of their teenage years. In a summer where most films have felt like one disappointment after another, I'm so happy to see a film that actually delivers on exactly what it promises. Do yourself a favor and avoid spoilers as much as possible, because there is plenty of surprises that are sure to get audiences talking. I Know What You Did Last Summer is my favorite film of the summer so far. So that's some pretty high praise. And this does lend itself to what I was saying in one of my initial videos, or well, one of my earlier videos, I'll just say, from this year, where I said this movie is going to be divisive. It does take some pretty big swings, and this reaction here gets me excited because as someone who is a bit more open-minded to the swings they are taking, I just need to see how it all plays out on screen, because I'm already in on it on paper. Hopefully after I see it on screen, I just fall in love with it even more. I love the approach to the film. I think this is still going to be divisive, but people in the general public, they're going to end up outnumbering what fans who think they outnumber the general public think about this film. And then if it is financially successful, then a whole new generation again has been given access to a franchise that's been dead for over 20 years in a way they have never been. And if they love this one and want to show up for the sequel, then they have a new fan base who they will cater to. It's not going to be the fans from the 90s and stuff like that. But then we have our second reaction here from Shawn, who states, I Know What You Did Last Summer hooked me all over again. This new chapter brings those classic chills and brand new kills, and I was living for every wicked Legacy callback. Seeing Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. show up, my 90s heart was not ready. From start to finish, my stomach was in knots and I was glued to my seat. I Know What You Did Last Summer totally honors the original while carving out something fresh, fun, and scary, thanks to a killer young cast: Madeline Klein, Chase Wonders, Jonah King, Tyreek Withers, and Sarah Pigeon. Summer horror is officially back and bloodier than ever, so they, of course, are making it known they had a good time with the film. Then we have someone here, Sophia. I can finally talk about I Know What You Did Last Summer, which was my favorite movie of 2025 so far, to the point where I literally left the theater saying I wanted to see it again. Immediately, the cast was phenomenal, new and returning. They all worked so well off of each other. Now, I will say about that cast comment, that's my gripe with I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. As someone who, again, has a soft spot for it, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, I think the cast, while they do have bits of chemistry, and I do like some of them, meaning Carla and Julie, the overall dynamic just feels so off. Like, the characters do not fuck with one another at too many points during the film. They're gaslighting Julie. So that group I just really couldn't connect with, as opposed to the original, where the chemistry was always there. It felt like they all cared about one another, or at least were on the same boat. Whereas when I Still Know, we have three people gaslighting Julie, even though one of the three people gaslighting her I ended up liking in the long run. This one feels like we're going back to what worked so well in the original. The characters are not going to be unlikable. They're going to have a believable dynamic. They're going to act like friends should act, so that way I can care about them, as opposed to what I saw and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, where only one half of that group felt like they were even a friend to Julie. Now, we got this reaction here from Juan. He says, I Know What You Did Last Summer is one of the greatest Legacy sequels, with excellent kills, a thrilling pace, and fantastic ensemble. Notably Love Hewitt and Prinze Jr., who delivered some of the best parts of the movie. It's undeniably a perfect summer slasher classic. Now, I will say this. Obviously, when it comes to these initial reactions, when are they ever initially just negative? Has there been a movie this year where the reactions were initially negative? Let me know, because I don't keep up with all that stuff, but I typically will see mostly positive stuff. Now, do not let these reactions get your expectations out of whack. At best, if you're someone like me who thinks that those sequels are lackluster and garbage, if you're talking about that third film, I would expect this to just be something that's better than the last two, something that is a tribute to the original while carving its own path, well shot, well acted, well paced. And if the swings don't work for you, that's fine, but it can still end up being better than the last two films to you. Those last two films, especially, even though I have a soft spot for I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, they're very absurd in their setup and their execution. You don't have that here because they're mostly just reheating nachos, tweaking it a bit for modern audiences, and still finding ways to do something that's never been done before in these latest legacy sequels of films we've been getting in the horror genre. But I want to also talk about Jennifer Love Hewitt, who made this comment in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter in an article that came out earlier today. She said that the ending of the film shocked her, and as we've seen from these reactions, it does seem, well, one reaction, it does seem that the ending is going to be, again, shocking and divisive. She said it did, but I will say that in thinking about it and watching the other movies before filming this new one, it makes sense. So, in true legacy sequel fashion, there is your warning to go rewatch those first two movies, because what transpires in this film is connecting the two generations of cast members, from what happened with the older cast generation with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt to now what's transpiring with Chase Wonders and Madeline Klein and that group. There's something that happens that's going to connect them all, and it all unfolds in the ending of the movie, and that is what is going to be divisive. Hopefully, when people see it, they enjoy it for what it is, and if you don't, that's fine too. I myself, I think I'm going to love it, and if I don't, I will come on this mic, yell about it probably. Just kidding. But I'll give you my honest thoughts as I always try to do. But you guys, let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, of course, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In the description, I have links to all my social media accounts. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can message me there, of course. Let me know if there are any movies, news, or reviews you'd like me to cover in the future. And with all that in mind, guys, I will see you in the next video.